Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. And you say Shot City. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show. The Tailgate Show.
What is up? Welcome back to another episode of The Tailgate Show. It's Double A. It's Air Jer. Not seen, only heard. Oh, wait, there he is. Clicking on, clicking off. Yeah, quick. We don't want to lose him. And then it is
Get back.
B. Diddy. Sorry, everybody, for missing episode last week. I had some family stuff I had to deal with, and these guys soldiered on.
Indiana Internet.
Yeah,
to deal with.
these guys soldiered on and did a fucking episode, and I couldn't make it sound good on the internet or on the fucking pod on stream or whatever would you fucking use? I don't know, the stream.
Yeah,
What do we use?
We were using Skype on DOS, bro. But the thing is,
Yeah.
it would have been nice to put out because we had a college coach on that was just talking mad shit on lifetime wannabe high school coaches.
Oh, did you? That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's, it's going to be an interesting season, obviously, for a million reasons. One of the things I'm looking forward to is that the NFL is cracking down on all these loser, all 22 fucks. It's like, oh yeah, we're tired of you straight stealing our content, like straight monetizing it.
They're gonna actually shut it down for the season, or is it just like a couple weeks for their update?
Well, we don't know. I mean, but I guarantee you they're gonna fucking charge for it. Like, at least.
Oh yeah, you're gonna pay.
Like, they gotta know what's.
They gotta go fund me.
I was gonna say, yeah.
They know their content is being used for. Like, the NFL sees all. They
yeah, but
just don't care.
at the same time, though, it's promotion. Like big companies, like let's say Disney, right? They love the vloggers and all that crap because it promotes their product.
For sure, but they still crack down. Like, once you cross over and start,
Charging
monetizing
people for their shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Like, I mean, shit, shout out to the guys from the Chicago Audible who, after being fucking the Bears brothers and getting their name taken away from them by the Bears and having an old miserable fuck try to punch them in Soldier Field, they now have, or Nicholas Moriano, or I don't know how you say his name, has credentials. So good for that fucking guy.
Yeah, it only took a college project and mad reporters to retweet his shit to.
Yeah, exactly. He's like going to DePaul, but whatever. Good for him. Fucking, I mean, he like stalks people. He like stalks people at Bears Fit. That guy. Now he's like at that. Now he's like at that rehab center where fucking Mitch supposedly had his magic. Remember when Mitch's shoulder was supposed to magically be fixed, like, and be stronger than ever? What a fucking crock of shit.
like having Jenkins back, man. Whew.
Yo, yeah, we got a couple people in the chat. Hey, we got Ravi Royal come up. We got Terrence Nichols in the house.
What's up,
oh my God! Remember Mitch running out of bounds at the playoff game? Good Lord, yes.
Oh yes.
And then
why are we talking about Mitch?
I don't know.
Because they come up.
I don't know.
Hey man, I put my app in to be an offensive lineman. We need a few. Seems like.
Bro, the O-line is a tire fire. Like, it's bad. And as if it's like not enough that normal training camp is all fucked up with injuries. Now COVID is back. Like, dude, we just saw Eddie Goldman looking strong as fuck, looking great. And then he fucking gets COVID, and prayers up to him, like, because that's fucked up. I hope he's not really sick. Like, they announced that Elijah Wilkinson and Pat Scales and Christian Jones are off the list. And he's not. Eddie Goldman, so, like, that leads you to believe, and it was reported that he had it. Like, Big said it, some other people said it, like, he definitely had it. Now, whether he's symptomatic or not,
he was
not
put on it later than them, though. So he's got a couple more days. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully that's what it is. Is that it's just like you said, it's a time frame thing, but it's just fucked up. Like, it's all happening against the backdrop of Fields continuing to just grind. Like, you know that your quarterback is good when he starts making names out of no names. And I know that this shit has happened before with the Bears, like John Jaquay Johnson from Gary, Indiana is now the fucking darling of camp. And, Chris Lacey, whoever the fuck that is, Rodney Adams.
Remember Javon Wims is the first preseason game he played. My God.
Fucking Javon Wims. You got Javon. I'm arguing with Javon Wims stands on fucking Twitter. Like, why are there Javon Wims stands? Like, Bears fans are the most loyal fucking fucks. Like, we're so ridiculous, and I'm the same way. Like, we latch on to fucking anything, bro.
I think it's going to be Rodney Adams this season. I think this is going to be a new training camp superstar.
Yeah, I just hope so. I mean, everybody was freaking out, and rightfully so, about Justin doing a rollout, little sidearm, fucking little pew-pew to the back of the end zone to who? Riley Ridley. So Riley Ridley's getting all this love. Like, it's interesting.
I mean, that was pretty sweet, though. I mean, we're just thirsty.
It was sweet. I was fucking hella sweet. I'm not saying it wasn't sweet. I'm just saying, like, it's another receiver that's like, oh shit, okay. So now, like, these dudes are getting a shot. And what's crazy is that Justin's not getting first team reps, but he is playing against the first team defense. Like, he's shredding up the first team defense.
Well, that's a little overstated, but it's not. It wasn't that. It was only like a couple plays, wasn't it?
No. They've had multiple days where he's done 11 on 11 and 7 on 7s versus the first team defense. Did you read John's article on Adam Johns on The Athletic? No. He wrote all about it. He wrote all about it, like how Fields is going against the first team defense quite a bit, and he's doing really, really well. Like, he's shredding them up with no names. I mean, not shredding, but he's killing it. Like,
well, also, Nagy also alluded in his presser yesterday about he wants him to get that second team, so he gets his processing faster. He wants him to process defenses and look through his reads faster. So I'm all for that. I think people need to kind of pump the brakes on Justin just a little bit and let that take its course.
Bro, nobody's pumping no brakes.
Oh no,
until the fucking like when we see him at like his first preseason drive for a touchdown, that place is gonna fall apart. Like, I didn't even get to talk about it because we didn't do a pod. I had to bail on the pod last week.
I was gonna ask you about it, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, Family Fest was Justin Fields Fest. Like, that was just a Justin Fields party. Like, literally, that was all. And everybody's talking. Oh, there he is. Like, everything that he did, everyone was just locked in on. Like, and
he sweated on me. Oh.
Bro, I hate Foles now. I didn't realize I hated him as much as I do, but when I saw him, I physically felt angry. Like, I was like, you fuck. I don't know why. It's irrational as fuck.
We're going all over the place. If you want to start talking Foles, we can.
No, I don't want to start talking Foles. I was just talking about the Family Fest.
Yeah, everybody got their panties in a bunch because he spoke his mind. Like, come on.
Yeah, I know. You know what it is. I'm not saying I'm right. I just said that's the reaction I had.
Well, he definitely had a good sales pitch anyway for anybody that might be interested.
No, I get not wanting to see him anyway because of how he played last year and we got Fields. We're over it. I get that part of it.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as his comments didn't change my opinion on him, I still think he sucks.
No, I just felt like you didn't have to fucking, I don't know. It's just a weird distraction. But I also get he's in a weird position. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what their original plan was. Do you think that there was a scenario, like, let's say that the Bears just end up
a badass contract? That's all it boils down to.
Right. But let's say that the Bears do not draft a quarterback.
Mm.
Like, they sit there at 20 and they take fucking Greg Newsome or something, right? You know what I mean? and then they seriously think they're going to go into the season with Andy Dalton and Foles. Do you think
I'd
that
still be doing this podcast?
Bro, like, yeah, you
so
are, but
brutal,
you
bro.
are, but like, oh my God, bro, like we had to watch Nick Foles as our quarterback so much last year. That was horrible.
Slow motion for me.
Oh, Lord, like it's just anyway. So the moral of the story is that everybody's so geeked about Justin. Like, really, the
Never
only
had
other
a
things.
franchise quarterback. This is the next chance we have for that.
Go ahead.
Hey, I got a question for you. What was the vibe like being back at Soldier?
That was good, man. You know,
A lot
it
of
was like
cobwebs. What?
nah. It was cool. Like, you know, it was nice. It was a beautiful day. It was hotter than it should have been. Like, it was only about 80 degrees, but the humidity was, and the sun was like beating down right on us. But yeah, it was cool. The only bummer was that they didn't seem prepared with the food. Like, they ran out of food.
Really?
Most of the stands, yeah, they had, you know, we were on the 100 level. I mean, that's where everybody was. You know, some people were smart and kind of got up to the 200s to sit in the shade a little bit because there were some shaded parts under the club.
Right.
But yeah, like everything was out of everything. Like they didn't have pretzels, they didn't have French fries, they didn't have like fucking anything. Like it was like, what the fuck? And I have a kid that does not like hot dogs. So
Oh no.
So we sat there for a good while and watched and whatever. And, you know, I went live, whatever. I don't know if those videos look like anything interesting, but yeah, man, it was like Justin, you know, everybody's just locked in. The videos that look like shit, man, that's fine.
Just fucking with you.
No, I don't fucking care or know. Like, I didn't watch them. I just threw them up there. I was like, maybe somebody will fucking enjoy this.
I
Like,
screen
really
grabbed them and threw them on the Facebook page. So
yeah, like, I mean, like, you know, I leave the video stuff to everybody else. Like Greg does a great job with it. He's like Flipbook Greg now with the 4 pictures. Like I guess
I don't know how he does that because when I went to training camp, I just wanted to focus on what was going on and take it in for myself. Like to be able to do that and share it with everybody. That's skills, man.
It's mad skills. Like, and he's really gotten it down to you know. I mean, it's hard as hell to do that. Just randomly taking, you know, decent videos and then posting them is hard as hell. Like yeah, shout out to him because he definitely brings it in.
He's much younger than us too. So like myself, I'm at the point in my life where I like to be in the moment and enjoy the moment and not be behind my phone. So
get off my lawn.
Nothing like that. He's doing great. He's doing great work. I can't do it.
I get it. I'm the same way. Although I still am always looking at my fucking phone. So I mean, anyways,
we gotta talk about. Go ahead. Whenever you get done with this, we got to talk about Tevin Jenkins.
We were talking about the O-line. So
we were talking about Fields. I was going to say something, but
we were talking about Fields, and also, but this what spun off on this was talking about the O-line. The O-line is fucked. Like Tevin's out, hasn't seen the field since the mini camps, which is fucked up because he did look good at the mini camps. Like he was ready to go. I mean, it was just shorts and fucking shells, but like. He looked ready to go, and now he's like, it's like, what's going on with him?
Yeah, I don't get it, man. It's starting to look like all the ingredients for Bust City, and I don't like it.
We're looking at Bars. We're looking at Bars, Hambright, Simmons, and Dieter Iceland.
Yeah, and they just re-signed that fucking guy from Clemson.
And Daniels is banged up.
Gage Cervante, whatever. Wilkinson's coming back. What'd you say?
Daniels is a little banged up too.
Yep, he's hurt.
Bro, Daniels, I'm sorry. Like, I know everybody loves Daniels, like, because of this.
Well, when he's healthy,
I think
we do love him.
Well, he got the seal of approval from Olin.
Yes, and that's fine. I need him to prove it to me this season. I need him to play 14 or 16 games. Otherwise, I'm done.
Imagine if we had a stable left tackle that didn't miss games or practices.
I agree with what you're saying, Jared. Obviously, you're saying it's fucked up. They cut Charles Leno.
I want to say fucked up. It was warranted. It's just now looking back, it's like, okay, we had a guy that was at least showed up and was serviceable. Yeah. He was not that good, but
like
better
I'm
than
not a
what we
Leno
have currently.
fan. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a Leno stan, but your best
Yeah.
ability is availability. And
Sure.
right now, look at what you got. You got
Which
a
is
whole
easy.
lot of not a
It's
fucking thing.
But
It's easy
I
to
don't-
say
I
right
don't-
now, though, when you got guys.
I
dropping
said
like
it whenever
flies.
we cut him. I said it was a terrible idea because the guy just shows up.
I don't know. Everybody healthy, we might be feeling.
yeah,
a
but
little
that's
bit
all he does, Jer, is show up. Like
No,
he
that's
does
more
the
than what
bare
we got.
minimum.
It's more than what we got right now.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I have no problem with them trying to upgrade that position and moving on from Leonard. I really don't.
Okay, I don't mind the upgrading of that position. I wish they would have handled it differently, kept him on, kept Tevin at right. And
Well, you know,
tried again.
unfortunately, we fucking
I don't
they
know
swung for the
about that,
fences.
though. Hey,
They
like
swung
a-
for the fences and signed Robert Quinn, and which
Wah,
we all
wah.
liked.
I
Which
don't know if-
we all
I-
liked.
I don't know if a rookie right tackle is an upgrade to your left tackle. That you're really.
Well,
putting a
they're
lot of stake in
they're
that.
also looking at the future though, and Leno is not part of the future.
No, I mean on tape, yes, I like Jenkins, but he was also pulled out of his last college game for a back injury.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know what the medicals were and why he fell.
Well, and he's like, you know, he fell. So somebody knew something, right?
Right.
I mean, you know, I don't want to go worst case scenario, but
No, I'm hoping
You got to. It's Bears. We're Bears fans.
Back
I
injuries
know,
make you nervous, man.
of
Those-
course, all injuries are bad. Like, but back injuries, sure. I mean, it's like,
They're jacking up Borum too, and then Borum gets a concussion from virtually nowhere.
oh well, that's what I'm saying. Like at the Family Fest, Akeem Hicks is out of his fucking mind. Like he's literally starting fights. Like straight up, he was like punching James Daniels in the head. There was a whole sequence where he was fighting with people. He starts punching James Daniels in the head, and then literally like he was out from practice for the next like 20 or 30 minutes just with his helmet off, wandering around, jawing and shit. Because everybody was just like, "Keem, calm the fuck down." I know it's the first padded practice, and
he had instances of that last season where we were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
During
he's
games.
undisciplined. He's in this weird, undisciplined, like fuck it stage of his career, which is kind of like, and you could see it with. And I love Akeem, like he's one of my favorite players on the team. So, but I just kind of see where his head's at. You kind of see it on Instagram or whatever. He's just kind of like got this YOLO fuck it attitude about everything right now because he's not locked up long term, and he's kind of like. You know,
He's on the
feels
decline.
like he's on the
That can be
decline.
frustrating in itself.
Yeah, and that's fine, and I get it. But he's also like I think it's good because he's got a chip on his shoulder about it right now, and it's helping him to be a better player. But he just needs to control.
Yeah, we don't need 15-yard
Just a little
penalties.
bit. No,
And that's what I'm saying is like, how the fuck are these offensive linemen getting concussions? And then you see these other dudes. I don't know, it was the Rams, and they had their fucking like crazy like. Dude was looking like big worm from Friday. Like, well, why don't we have this shit? Like, I thought we were state of the art. Like, they got some safety helmets. Let's get the fucking safety helmets going. Like, I don't know.
You
It's
would
weird
think that
that,
would be
you
part
know,
of it.
How they getting concussions? They're getting head slapped. I mean, how else do you get a concussion? You get head slapped, or you fall. I mean, are they really falling? I don't know how old linemen get concussions.
I know you could probably get a concussion if you get hit in the back of the helmet with one of Justin Fields' fastballs.
Yeah.
That you could the way you engage on the line if you lead
Sure.
with your head and your arms.
Right.
You could-
I mean, just smashing into another dude's face mask can give you a concussion. Like, anytime your brain shakes around, you can get a concussion. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
and
I just found it odd that it seemed like even from reports that it was kind of out of nowhere.
well,
And I
that's
know
what I'm
we-
saying.
It's weird right now too. All these injuries on the O line, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you wonder, like I want Justin protected, but in reality, Justin would be better for a banged up O line because he's going to make it easier on them. He's also going to make it easier on Montgomery.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that-
Andy Dalton's just going to get destroyed.
And see, that's where you're wrong. You got this idea that Andy Dalton's not mobile. He's quite mobile.
Oh, here we go. You guys and your
He's not
It's not
super
about.
fast.
No, I don't think he's mobile. I just think he's smart and he'll get rid of the ball. Like, I don't think he's going to take
Well, we
hits.
we thought that about the other guy too. That's the third stringer, but
I
they're not in
Foles.
the same.
I
You
never
guys-
thought
you-
Foles would get rid of the ball.
I was
I
telling you
thought
he was
Foles-
a statue.
Yeah, I said Foles holds onto the ball insanely long and takes huge hits. Every big fucking play that Foles hit in his life looked like the Jacksonville injury play, and it was always a fucking miracle that he got up. There was no quick release in that guy. That guy's release is so lengthy, like it's fucking ridiculous. He can throw a pretty deep ball when he gets it uncorked, but like that dude's release is brutal. And Fields said something interesting this week, and he was saying, he's talking about how he thinks about the hit, where he fucking got against Clemson, and he's thinking about it like it's a big deal. Like he's like, I'm not trying to make that happen again. You know what I mean? Like, and they don't.
That guy did spear him literally with a helmet right in his back, and then
For sure, it's not his fault, but he became a running back, and anytime you become a running back, it's just different, as we well know. So I'm fine with that. Like, there's going to be moments where he is going to take off and to have some big runs, but I don't need to. I'm hoping, and it feels this way from Nagy, is that they are not treating him like a dual threat quarterback. They're treating him like a pocket passer.
I'm really hoping Nagy doesn't ruin the kid, because Nagy's doing his Chronicles of Nagy bullshit.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to, because I think they're really working with Ryan Day. Like from what Fields and Nagy has even alluded to, is they really are installing like his offense from college. Like the concepts are basically the same. It's just the language and the fact that he has to call the plays. Like they're really, I think that the Ryan Day Nagy connection is going to be so important in this, just because it's not what, so far at least, and I'm sure it's some of that, but it's not what I feared, where it's like he's trying to, ram the full Chiefs offense down.
I was just about to ask you, do you feel like they're tailing the offense to Justin and saying, Andy, you have to do this. This is the way this
No, I think Andy has his own plays that he likes, and they've got a big enough playbook for, I think it's all in there. I think there's a Justin part, and there's a Dalton part.
Oh, that's scary. We
don't have an identity still, is what you're saying.
Well, I absolutely don't think they have an identity, because you guys know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know, so don't take it this way. But Nagy's whole shit is based on sequences, right? It's like if you hit play A, then he's got choose your own adventure for next 3 plays, right? And the problem is like he never hits the first play, so like, and it's like his contingencies don't work. And I mean, it's like, he just wants to get rolling. You know what I mean? It's all about for him.
He won't go back to something if it doesn't work. And that's you got to establish things. Sometimes you got to keep punching.
Yes, exactly. Like sometimes you have to be willing to run the ball 3 times and get 8 yards and get off the field, because you have to at least make the fucking defense think that you're willing to do that. Like, they're really going to run the ball today, or nothing else fucking works. Like if you say, we want to establish the run, and you fucking go out in your first drive and you throw the ball 10 times, it's like, you're not fooling anybody.
I've told everybody this. I've said this a few times. Whenever you start by backpedaling as your first step as a lineman, that's a hard thing to break.
Absolutely.
Going backwards, you need to get them going forwards. That's why they say run the ball. Running the ball is so important this year.
And they've been saying David Montgomery is like really stepping up as a leader on the offense. Like there's a lot of good things coming out of camp on him. Looking faster, catching the ball.
Do you see any of the other running backs at Family Fest that look any kind of anything?
Yeah, Herbert can play. Herbert's fast. He's a little bowling ball of a running back too.
How'd Tariq
look? Dude, I'm telling you that Tariq's, between his injury and his rehab and his brother dying, like Tariq's, like I don't want to be I'm never going to count the guy out, but people got to be prepared for Tariq to be out for a while. because I think his rehab definitely took a hit because of the tragedy with his brother, and that's totally understandable. And like when I saw how that shit happened, I saw his reactions on Instagram that he was putting on his story. He was in a dark place. Like I'm glad he's out of it, right now, or he's close to out of it, and at least he's like functioning. Because like for real, I was worried about dude that he was just gonna, like who knows what something like that could make you do. Right. I mean, I can't even fucking imagine that. It's so brutal. Like, so people want to talk about Tariq. It doesn't feel like the team.
I'm not talking smack. I wish.
Oh no! I know, but I want to see dude play, and everybody wants to go back to that. But does it feel to you like Tariq's in their plans right now?
Right now, I just no. It doesn't feel like that.
I don't know where he's at physically.
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't feel like it's fair for them to count on him, almost, because of his coming off the injury, and so I'm saying like hopefully by week 5 or 6 he's fully healthy and he's back and he gets in there. But so far Khalil Herbert looks good. Damian Williams is a professional fucking running back. That guy can run routes. He can run the wheel. He can, he's a professional fucking running back with plus level skills. Like that dude's going to be on the field a lot. And I don't think it's going to be any Taquan Mizell shit either. Like I hope they have a good plan for him.
Well, Nagy's still got him locked up in the play card room.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Shout out to the GOAT, Taquan. Yeah, but I just
think Ryan Nall? Did we get a Ryan Nall update?
Fucking Ryan Nall is everywhere on the social media too. Like, what is up with this dude? Like, who is he fucking? Like, I just don't understand. Like, like I don't understand how this dude keeps. I mean, I guess he plays special teams. I don't fucking know what. Why is he around?
Met on a highlight and it was Nall.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
I know. I'm an asshole. I couldn't tell who it was, and I just left it up because I don't fucking care.
Oh, but all the white boys look the same, right?
Well, I look like 85 to me. It was 35. It's an easy mistake to make. He looked fast as hell.
Well, that's
he looked fast as hell. But
how long have I been saying if he could play fullback, that just adds another element?
Hey, if you told me tomorrow that Ryan Nall is our fullback, I would be like, Ryan Nall, yes, bro. Big white fullback, let's do this.
With speed.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with some speed. Fuck yes. But that's not what he's been.
No, but that's what he should be.
Right. And it's like, I don't know why. We've said this for how many fucking years that the Chiefs have always had a fullback.
Yeah.
And like, what did we have? We had that fucking, what was that dumb fuck's name? Mike, what was that fucking loser? Burton, bro. No. Burton.
Yeah, Michael Burton.
Yeah, what the fuck? That guy was the worst football player. Like,
yeah, Anthony Sherman with the Chiefs for years had a really good.
So I'm saying, like, that shit is important. You need
Michael
that.
Burton's in New Orleans right now, I think.
No, he's cut.
Did he get cut?
I think he's out of the league. I mean, like, come on. He might be back in New Orleans. I don't fucking know.
That's amazing. Mitch's pool boy.
Yeah, he's in Buffalo. Fucking. Speaking of Buffalo, no, we're not going to talk about it, but Jared Allen got paid out the frame, so good for him.
Jared Allen?
Damn.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, Jared Allen. I did see it.
Jared Allen got paid from us.
I did see it.
You just bring up.
I will say that, and you can probably attest to this, Jerry. You can probably attest to this. Every single time I go to Soldier Field, which isn't that many times, I haven't been to Soldier Field that many times, but every single time that I've gone since the Jared Allen time, there is somebody with a 69 Jared Allen jersey in that stadium. More than one.
Oh yeah,
multiple. Like in one section, you'll see. It's so funny.
Like, really?
Kyle Long should have won 69. Long 69 would have been a freaking hot.
He did.
Well, supposedly he is, but he's hurt again. I don't even know if he's.
But he should have done that here.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, exactly. So other shit. Kindle Vildor is a standout at camp. He's looking really good. He's had some pass breakups. He laid a fucking smack on Goodwin in the highlight that I think the Bears put up.
Your boy Thomas Graham's been looking good too, but some rookie mistakes. But he's right at the where the ball is.
Yeah,
like,
I think these young DBs are looking good. I don't even know if I'm Trufant got hurt, but
Eddie's hurt.
Fojak.
It's not good.
He hasn't even practiced.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, can we get some love for Alec Ogletree? What a signing! I really like that guy.
It's just like a total. Well, dude, but how long have we been saying? We've been calling out Ogletree. Dude,
yeah,
we've been calling out Ogletree for like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
like he's always hanging around, and I don't know why nobody signs him. And then he usually, like, dude plays, he doesn't get hurt, and he makes like 3 or 4 splash plays a season.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that dude has a nose for the football.
No, you got him.
He's like 7 picks in like 3 practices. Like, what the fuck?
Well, that gives us the inside linebacker depth we've been wanting.
Yeah, Joel Ebunue, and fucking Josh Woods. Sorry, boys.
Doughboy. Hey, there's the Doughboy. Go check him out on your way out.
Yeah, because fucking Christian Jones and Trevathan looks yoked. Holy shit. Trevathan was working out, doing nothing but working out like this past offseason because he is shredded.
Ogletree's filling up that blue bucket, though, man. That Desai has that blue bucket. They're
for
filling
sure.
Turnovers.
For sure. They put up the Desai mic'd up. That was pretty good. He seems like I feel like he's gonna work out.
He's bringing energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They needed that energy, like, you know. Like I think the big thing is like they need the energy, but also they want to run the Fangio shit. They want the mad scientist shit back. Like they like that shit. That was exciting to them, you know. Like they were all about it, and that's what they want. And Ogletree is a guy that you could fucking line up on the edge, even if you wanted, as a pass rusher, and then he drops into coverage, and you can really work that trick with him.
Yep. You got a younger mind than Desai, though. I think he's going to put his own stamp on this defense.
Absolutely, but the base shit being the Fangio deception. That's what. And listen, we've said many times on this show that, you know, Fangio at times could be maddening. Some of the, you know, the way he would play things with a lead, the weird times he'd drop pass rushers into coverage. But the thing is that, you know, what he did and what he does is he makes the quarterback think, and he makes the offensive coordinator think, and he keeps them guessing. You know, and he just shows you that shit just to show it to you.
Well, yeah, he baits you in, so he'll call a play 2 plays before, then another play, and then it's all builds off each other.
Right, and that's you know, that's next level shit. That's shit that Nagy needs to learn. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit that, like, Nagy doesn't do enough stuff that makes the defense think. You know, it's like, and that's, you know, obviously he's limited by his talent, but at the same time, like. Well, that's, you know, that's what I hope Desai can bring back.
I like too that. Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I know we're kind of going all over the place tonight with it, but who gives a shit? Right. So the one thing that did concern me that I heard out of camp was Nagy critiquing Fields for, it was like 3rd and 14, and he's trying to get the first down. Nagy's like, throw it short, and hopefully the guy will get the yardage on his, like, yak.
Yeah,
like, it's little things like that where, sure, once in a while I get that, but those are the things where, like, just don't get in his head. Let this kid ball. Like
you said, he also said that prior to that comment, like you said, he's trying to get him to work through his decision making, reading the defense, throwing to instead of making a potential turnover.
I understand where
that
logic.
Comment comes from.
I understand the logic, Jerry. I just don't want him getting. I don't want him getting into Fields' head where he's overthinking. This kid is going to.
Nagy wants in there.
I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, and I'm just saying, like, it's interesting. I don't know, but I'm sure that I don't think Nagy's ever going to coach the aggressiveness out of him. Like, I think Nagy is so excited to have him because of his aggressiveness. I just think that, number one, Nagy just opens mouth and says words. So, like, I wouldn't put too much stock in what I'm not saying he's lying, but, like, I just feel like sometimes he just starts going and doesn't really say anything. And you know,
and I'm not
sometimes
trying to shit on Nagy like crazy. I like Nagy.
Yeah.
I just don't want him to get this kid overthinking. Like,
I agree, but I'm hoping. Here's what I'm hoping is that he had to have a similar thing with Mahomes. You know, like I'm sure there was plenty of times because Mahomes was a fucking super gunslinger in.
Sure, I think
college.
Mahomes was a little more raw.
Yeah, yes, I agree. He was, and he hadn't played the type of competition that Fields had played in, and he wasn't running the same style offense. But my point is that I think Nagy at some point had to say to him, you know, hit the intermediate so we can get, you know, so we can get ourselves a chance instead of, you know, this, you know, what amounts to be like a short punt because you're trying to, you know, go for the jugular. Like,
I feel like, I mean, it's a tough balance. I know they want Dalton to start, but I feel like they're holding Fields back by not letting him play with the ones on offense and getting him comfortable with A-Rob.
And you know why that's happening is because
to hold him back because they want Dalton.
Yes, but also Dalton needs the reps.
Sure,
like Dalton needs those reps. There's not a lot of reps, so I don't necessarily have a problem with Dalton getting all the first team reps because there's not that many reps to go around. Like, who's going to get the rest of the second team reps?
Get like 5 a day just so we can see it.
Listen, I think the preseason's a big test. If this first preseason game, which is going to be interesting because it's against the Dolphins, who they'll be playing in practice.
That's why I'm super interested to see how they react to Fields on Saturday.
Right, because it's, you know, these joint practice games are rough on the quarterbacks.
Question: how long do you play Fields?
A quarter, and see how he does. If he kills it for a quarter, you give him another quarter.
I would say, depending on how the O-line holds up, I'd play him too if they're holding up.
Yeah. Because they got to think about, too, they also don't want to get Dalton hurt. You know, this could be it's like they're going to showcase Foles for a trade.
and then we'll end up with no quarterbacks, right?
Well, you don't want Fields. That's the thing, too. It's you got to strike a balance because you don't want Fields being out there for some guy that's like it could be like on that line of getting cut or not trying to make a name for himself.
Right. Well, for sure. So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting. I would say he gets a quarter. That's my guess, and then maybe gets more if he like kills it. You know,
I'm excited to see him in live action, man.
He hasn't really given any clue as to if the starters are going to play really a lot. So
he has no. That's not true. He's talked about it a couple of times. He said that he had planned on playing the starters in the preseason last season, pre-COVID, and because he learned his lesson, and he said he's never going to do it like he did it before. He's planning on playing the starters. This is a full. He said this multiple times. He's had a full-on change of heart with this strategy, and that's you know he's like, you need those reps on tape. You need to see, like, he realizes that there was value in playing players in the preseason, or somebody fucking told him, hey, asshole, we're wasting reps. Like, you have valuable game reps that you are wasting because you think you're smarter than everybody. You know, like,
he does have the old smart guy syndrome.
Absolutely. Like, you can sit the whole fucking preseason and break your ankle crossing the street. Like, it's, you know, you can't mitigate out the fucking risk in football. Like, it's just there. Yeah. So, you know, might as well just fucking let them play. Like, I'm not saying be stupid, you know, put them at risk, but let them fucking play. Like, you're wasting that. It's a full waste. And also, it's like, I mean, if I'm the NFL, I'd be telling coaches, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're you know, this is our product. And you want to do this shit with the product? Like, let these guys fucking play. It's, you know, contracts are insured. Like, come on.
I don't know. As a vet, not getting paid extra for that 17th game, I wouldn't want to be overused either.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham fucking freaked everybody out by you know, going off about this NFLPA memo about them having to test more, even if they're vaccinated. He basically was like, oh, I got forced to take the vaccine. You know, which I get. It's fucking frustrating for them. I get it. The NFLPA is frustrating as fuck. They're a bad union. they're just trying to keep their workers working. Like
right.
That's what it comes down to. Like they need to keep their fucking workers working, and it's a fluid situation. Like, you know, and he fucking misread the thing. He was freaking out basically because he thought that he was gonna have to come in on his off days and test.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, it says it in fucking black and white. That's not the case. Like, so, and then he was going off about that 17th game because, you know, for the guys on the top end salary, they're not making any extra money, but the minimum salary guys, they are.
Yep.
And this is how the NFL will continue to own them because, and every team, there's 35 guys or 30 guys who are making fucking $750,000 a year or some shit, $800,000 a year maybe, and they ain't losing that check. They're showing up no matter what. Like they're gonna run uphill both ways to fucking get to practice, and your $10 million, $6 million ass isn't gonna tell them anything, like because they're not going back to fucking the Amazon warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not fucking going back to day jobs. They're not going back to selling cars. They're not going back to coaching. They want to chase this shit, and they'll chase it for $800,000 in a fucking heartbeat. So that's why they'll never win out.
I agree.
And you will always be
when you've got 2/3 of your employment,
right,
who are dependent on that check. Yeah,
everybody's like, oh, the NBA union's so strong. It's like, yeah, because there's like 11 NBA players on a team.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying you got to be a little bit careful. It's an extended season. You don't
of course,
especially the way the freaking. I don't know if they need to change up their training staff or what, man. But it's like the injury bug's back.
I'm not blaming the training staff.
I don't know.
I just feel like I feel like
right.
I don't know. I feel like training staff is not who we should blame in the situation. I
feel like you should blame the Players Association.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have more contact practices. There should be more of that. Not a whole lot more, but I feel like.
Well, you think more contact is going to help the situation?
I think you lose a certain quality of play by always wearing shorts and a helmet. And not creating contact.
Having Jenkins back would be better if he had more contact.
I think maybe he'd be calloused and ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Jared. I also think that the league needs to get its head out of the sand with marijuana, and it needs to fucking, the league should be the fucked up thing about the NFL is like, yes, there are 53 players in the NFL, and everybody loves to remind you of that shit. They make so much more money than everybody else. They could easily. All these fucking owners could easily be paying these dudes 10 times what they're making. Easily. Yes. Easily. They just choose to keep it structured like it's structured so they can just print fucking money. I mean, the commissioner makes $30+ million a year. The commissioner. That's insane. Like, that's insane. The commissioner makes almost as much as like some of the highest paid players in the league. I guarantee you Adam Silver ain't making no $30 million, dude.
No, that ain't happening.
Rob Manfred probably doesn't even get paid. He gets paid in like peanut shells and shit. Like Gary Bettman, you think Gary Bettman's like, this is levels to this. And this, like, the NFL is on a whole other level. And that's what's fucked up is they could afford to pay these dudes like crazy. These dudes with these 3-year average careers, and it's getting there, but it's all at the top end,
Silver's making $10 million a year.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
But my point is that they got money. They can fucking pay these guys.
So what's the one thing you're gonna be looking for in this preseason game coming up against the Dolphins?
I got more than one.
Well, I mean, one major one, and you can elaborate. Go ahead. Fire away.
You got one AA, and then I'll go. I don't want to take your one.
Oh, good Lord.
Bro, I just got to see an offense. I mean, I have a general idea what the defense is going to be. It's either going to be top 10 or top 5 or 3. I mean, it's going to be no worse than top 10 to 12. and I think it has a slight chance to be maybe 4, 5, 6. I don't think it can be better than that unless Quinn shows up. So I know I like the defense. I feel like I pretty much am like, all right, I got some concerns about them, but I'm not really like, I'm not too concerned about it. I have no fucking idea what the offense is going to be. I have to see something. You can tell me this and that, this person, that person. They basically changed the whole wide receiver core. And they're probably that's what the roster is gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of new dudes. Like, I gotta see the offense. Like, you gotta show me something. And whoever's fucking slinging it, Andy Dalton.
We're still waiting to see what the offense looks like.
Yeah, this is a fucking dude's fourth year. The fourth year of the offensive guru, and this motherfucker still got the cover on the Ferrari. Like, man, can you show us that now? Like, oh no, but when it's finished. Whoo,
just the tip. Here's just the tip.
like he's gonna pull that cover off, and it's gonna be like a fucking just like a kit, like a fucking kit car, no wheels and shit. Like, bro, we've been waiting on this dude to show up. Where the fuck is the offense? You car salesman, fucking house salesman, dude. Good coach, not a bad coach. Can I rock with him.
Leader of men, yeah, I like him.
I rock with him. He's a good coach, but you were brought here to do a job. You have failed to do that job. Oh, he's made the playoffs 2 out of 3 years. The Nagy stands will tell us. Fuck last year as a playoff. You want to bang your hat on that as a playoff appearance? Playoffs? I mean, come on, man. That was not.
We look like we belong there too, right?
Yeah, we really did. Fucking like look
we
how
were
much
kind of in that game.
Yeah, because the Saints were trash, bro.
Right.
Like
the guy I'm most looking forward to seeing is Sam Mustipher at that center spot. I cannot wait to see him and see how he fares.
He's big. They told him to gain weight. He said he ate his ass off all summer.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, he gained like 20 pounds.
Got on that air jar diet, baby.
They need him to be on. Yeah, he needs some more sand in his pants.
So for me, defensively, I'm looking to see where Travis Gibson's at. I've heard a lot of good stuff out of camp. I kind of just want to. We need that depth, man. We need that depth to step up. I've been saying that.
He looks good.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I'm interested, like later in the game, Charles Snowden. I'd like to see what he brings to the table. I like his skill set. I know he's still a little undersized, but like I said, you
think Snowden makes the roster? I feel like Snowden's a practice squad guy.
I don't know, man. I think he has skills.
I guess I just haven't heard boo about him from camp.
I mean, we haven't really heard much about the depth. You don't really get to see that until you start looking at these games because they're going to get a lot of time. So sure. It's somebody I'm just interested in.
No, for sure. Travis looks good though. Travis looks really strong. Like he looks like he spent time in the gym. And I read a couple things. I think Fishbane put out a couple things about him, and he had a day. Somebody was tweeting from practice that he was having himself a day and was like cackling and like having a great time during the practice one of the days. So he's showing up and making a little name for himself, which is good. Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't think I'm that worried about this defense. Like I really don't think the floor is very low for this defense. I think the floor is pretty high. I don't know what the ceiling is.
Yeah, I mean, and I was reading the article. I forget who wrote it, but they were saying like since 2018, this current roster, it's 83% different guys, and it's crazy to think about that in those terms. And I think 15 of the 22 coaches weren't there in 18.
Yeah,
this is a revamp. Everybody was talking about them being on a short leash.
It's bro. I mean, what I mean? Like, that. Like that's just shit for people to make up. Like to talk about. Like it's just that's not what the McCaskies and Ted are about. Like it's just not. Like they're not like that. How many times did they let Lovey try to rebuild it? And it's not like Lovey
go after a 10-6 though.
They did, but it was like out of some weird desperation.
Like a garbage 10-6, almost like a garbage 8-8.
The problem is, guys, we've been eating off of.
I'm just saying,
too damn long.
Yeah, but they let him go for like 10 seasons before that of being. Like it wasn't like Lovey was killing it every year.
He was bringing all these different offensive coordinators, couldn't get
Yes, they let him keep throwing shit at the wall. And in fact, probably his biggest downfall was that he was afraid to hire an offensive coordinator who might take his job.
Yep. And then they kept the wrong coordinator. They should have kept Ron Rivera, but that's neither here.
But that's what I'm saying is that's not the McCaskey's MO is not this quick. And yes, they fucking fired Trestman, but that was like that was just a knee-jerk, huge fuck up hiring Trestman.
Agreed.
Like, and then unfortunately, hiring John Fox was a knee-jerk, stupid decision. They had a plan.
I don't know about that, man. It's a guy that's a Super Bowl winning coach.
Nah, that was fucking, that damn consultant, can't think of his fucking name. Ernie fucking Accorsi, who hasn't done jack for anybody, by the way. All his consulting gigs look like trash right now. Like, that was his bullshit. They didn't think Fox was going to be available. They went with a young, up-and-coming GM, and then they fucking saddled him with an old coach who was trying to win before he fucking, kicked it.
But think about the locker room before Fox and after.
I guess.
I mean, it made a difference.
Fox needed to happen.
Fangio. That's Fangio, though. And I guess if you could make the argument that if Fox doesn't come, Fangio doesn't come. So that's where I'll back off of my Fox hate.
That's what she said.
Like, that's where I'll back off of that, because I do need to remind myself that without Fox, there is no Fangio. Like, that's why he came here, I think. It
certainly helped.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I don't think Fangio comes to play for, like, John Q. Often, it's like John DeFlippo, and then Fangio comes to be the defensive coordinator for that. Like, I don't know. Like, I think Fox had a gravitas and whatever. Fox had his, I just wasn't a good mix.
Agreed.
But that's the point, is that I don't think these dudes are on a hot seat, so they have time to fuck with this, and they're rebuilding this shit on the fly.
So a couple other things I'm interested in about this upcoming game. I'm just being patient here, sitting and listening.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
I want to see how these tackles, whoever they decide to trot out there,
who are they
it's got to be Wilkinson, doesn't it?
I guess.
They're
gonna try it.
Maybe Bars. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that maybe Bars, I mean, again, it's like they back into something. Like, they backing into this. Maybe Bars will end up stepping up.
Backing into Bars. New t-shirt.
Yeah. But, like...
Pause.
Super pause. But, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck it's going to be. You're right, Diddy. Like, who is literally going to play tackles? Like, they just, they're like, basically, they were ready to have, like, two of the same player. Like, Ifedi is exactly the same player as Charles Leno.
Maybe, is Mitchell Schwartz going to be ready by the season? Or is the ACL? That's a guy I'd like to bring in here, because, man, I know I saw guys getting pictures of players, girls and stuff. Have you seen his wife?
She's banging. But
he's doing it right for himself. But honestly, he knows the system. He did be able to plug him right in if he's ready.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what our system is, so stop.
Who the fuck knows? Yeah, don't keep saying that shit. The system. There's no fucking system. What system? The 18 points a game system? Fuck that system.
System of a down.
Yeah. Fucking.
And of course, man.
Wake up.
I can't wait to see Fields, though. That's everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
It was hard for me. Like, I almost felt like it was like a dream state, like being in Soldier Field and seeing him actually in uniform. It didn't feel real.
Like the Beatles, like when the Beatles came to America.
He's a big dude too.
Yeah, and obviously I'm in like the full on swooning stage of this, but like, he just looks different, bro. Like, he just is like. Everything about him is just fucking swag and athleticism. Like, it's like that dude walks onto the field and he is a fucking thoroughbred. Like, you know what I mean? Not to like, it's just, he just looks different. Like, you look at a guy like derpy ass Foles And you look at Justin Fields, who looks like he was born to do this, like to play this position, to just be like this, this like insanely highly killer attitude, fucking mentality, cyborg attack weapon. Like, it's crazy. And he just looks different out there. I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't know if you've ever had a guy this skilled, naturally skilled at the quarterback position.
Well, and that's what Johns was saying in this article, is that his natural arm talent is taking over. The gap is being shrunk, even though Nagy has stuck him down and is pushing him down and trying to keep him on the bench. His natural talent is breaking through.
That's great. That's
what you want to hear. When training camp started, he's going to give Nagy no choice.
Right, like, and with no O-lineman.
It's going to get better and better every week now. Watch.
Right. Well, or what's going to happen is Dalton's going to get hurt. Like, that's what's going to fucking happen.
Once they close the practices off to private, then they can control the message.
It doesn't matter in the preseason or the regular season. Dalton's going to get hurt. Like, and he'll come in sooner rather than later. I think that's a much more likely scenario. I think also week 4 against the Lions, but I think it's a much more likely scenario that, like, this is how it's going to go down. Dalton's going to get hurt and leave the game. Fields is going to come in and win us a game, and then there's going to be a quarterback controversy, and Nagy is going to go with Dalton because Dalton fucking is healthy. I can just already see it going. Oh my god.
Mr. Positivity over there,
eh? Do you trust anything about? What do you trust about Nagy?
Not much.
This isn't a bash Nagy.
I trust that he's gonna throw the ball more than he ever should. That's about it.
Right. Like, what can you trust about this dude? This dude told us that Rashad Coward was an NFL player for years. I mean, come on. That's what bothers me, is it's like, I just don't trust this guy sometimes. I just hope Justin Fields can rise above it.
Offensively, I trust him as, like I said, a leader of men, but I think he should have brought an OC in here that would have taken over 2 years ago.
When he's back on his bullshit about calling plays.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that part.
Like, it's like you learned nothing, bro. Like, you basically just blaming this all on Mitch. He is blaming this. In his mind, it was all on Mitch. And yes, he admits he had to learn some shit. But in his mind, how he's able to continue and be confident and sleep at night is by blaming everything on Mitch in the back of his mind.
Is he blaming everything on Foles too?
Well, that's the thing. And Foles fucking exposed him. Like, and his bullshit offensive line.
True.
Like, Foles fucking exposed their asses. Yep. And then he fucking gets it rolling, and Nagy's gonna come with his bullshit. And Foles is like, what are you fucking doing, man? Like, stay the fuck out of this.
I know what he did. He's gonna call Doug Peterson to come in.
What the fuck was that?
I would love to interview Harry Hiestand and find out what really went down.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a fucking gag order. I'm sure they signed a non-disclosure. Guarantee you they signed a non-disclosure. Like, there's probably one built into every contract that when you leave, you will not expose our ass.
You got rid of one of the best, like, offensive line minds in football.
Like, yes, it was like Dante Scarnecchia and then Hiestand. And, that wasn't good enough for Nagy. Not good enough to have.
Harry left a nice cushy job in Notre Dame too,
bro. Like, I'm sorry, so that's why I still have
any linemen out anymore. Wait a minute, they do.
I still have just serious fucking misgivings about Nagy because of he's got too many fucking strikes like that against him. How did you not make it work with Harry fucking Hiestand? You are you kidding me? Oh, you got different ideas about blocking? Fuck out of here. Oh, Juan Castillo, your fucking, your yes man is here to save the day. Juan Castillo, who like switches over to the defense sometimes, and like basically has never had a line that was worth a shit that he coached. That Juan Castillo, I'm sorry, that's the one. That's the hero, huh? That's the savior, huh?
Well, now you're getting to that point where people could put 2 and 2 together and be like, they could possibly be on a hot seat. Now you're walking it into that area though. These are the arguments for the people that believe that he is on the hot seat.
Yeah, but the thing is that Ted and George don't think as critically as most Bears fans.
I mean, they thought enough to rehire Hiestand after he was with the Bears in 2006.
Yeah, because here's I don't know if this will ever happen because Pace is so loyal to Nagy. It's gross. Like, it's really gross how loyal he is to him. But if you think about it, Pace has continued to give Nagy the materials. He gives him the players. He has given him the coaches. He went out and he fucking got Helfrich. Helfrich was that was a big name to hire.
That was a bust.
The Oregon offense.
Yeah, but name a player that's left there and done anything.
Oregon?
No.
Agreed. But I'm saying it was a good. Helfrich and Hiestand were a name that was like a stacked deck. When they put that coaching stack together, it felt like a stacked deck.
I'm saying the things that Pace has given him, though. People who have left, what have they done?
I agree, but I still think he gives him the draft picks, and for the most part, he gives him talent.
He had some bright spots last season.
And I don't know if we've said this many times in the show that their talent development of this coaching staff on the offensive side of the ball is pretty atrocious.
Sure, but like I said again, what offensive players left here and done anything?
Okay, that's a fair that's a fair way to look at it.
Fat goose egg.
I mean, yeah. Other than fucking what's his face, that running back whose dad died. I can't think of his name.
Well, he had glimpses. He hasn't had a 1,000-yard season right now.
Mike Davis. Right, but he played. He killed it when McCaffrey went down last season.
He played well. Played well enough that we're like, why didn't we get that guy whenever we signed him?
Well, it's like, okay, so his dad died, but it's like, okay, so as a coach, you gotta fucking get something out of that guy. He's grieving.
Right.
You know, you gotta fucking get him out on the field. That's your fucking job. Like, you're a general.
I don't know what was going on there. It was almost like Nagy didn't want to power back in his offense.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, and I just think that's weird.
Run the ball.
I don't know. It's weird.
Had to run the football.
He was catching passes in Carolina from Teddy Bridgewater. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, I want to trust Nagy, and I know that Fields is so good. So that is a way that I do think that Nagy could be on the hot seat. That if Pace starts to sense that Nagy is fucking this guy up, will he have the ability and the discernment to be able to fire Nagy in order to save his own job?
Well, that's the thing. Once Fields is the starter, the clock starts ticking.
Right, which is why Nagy wants to wait.
It may be before that, though. And I think Pace does have the green light. You look at the grounds, you look at Hallis Hall, all of that. They gave him carte blanche on it, and they're very pleased with that. So I'd say that Pace probably has the green light to do whatever he wants.
But behind the scenes, it's believed that their contracts match up. And nobody really knows for some weird fucking reason. But everybody thinks they have. No, they extended him. They matched up their contracts.
Said the other day that he was up after the season. It was
well, nobody completely knows, but a while back, Biggs reported that they extended Pace.
Yeah, Louis Riddick was talking about it.
I don't know. I mean, we can be dead wrong, and maybe the Bears are just like, you know what, if you get a quarterback, you get one shot. I mean, but do you believe that George and Ted are that way? I don't.
Boy, Louis Riddick.
Like, they're so happy to sell hope. They're selling so many jerseys right now. They're happy as can fucking be right now. Like, they look fucking fantastic right now. George and Ted are so happy. Like, they're like us. They're like beside themselves. Look at this fucking guy we got. Oh my God.
And
about Louis
Jimbo
Riddick?
Covert's in the hall. What?
How about Louis
Vibe-
Riddick putting over Fields?
I can't trust that guy anymore.
That's not just him. That's what I was just gonna say, Jerry.
You say what you want about his preseason, and he's killing it, but he's already got so much fucking tape where he's sick. He's so good. Like Mitch didn't have any tape, so like all you had to go on was what he was doing, in the NFL. Mitch had no fucking nothing to, you could poke holes in his tape instantly. Fields, you can't. It's like, I mean, and PFF is like best buddies with us now. Like they keep pulling out Justin Fields stats, fucking highest accuracy looking ever. Like, I mean, it's just fucking all this shit. Like Fields is the shit. It's like, I don't trust you, PFF. What's your angle? Like why you trying to buddy up to me? But fucking retweet that.
I'm just interested. Like I said, Fields is the kind of guy that learns from his mistakes too. He's only going to get better, and as he starts getting these live reps, he's just going to get better and better. And in about a month from now, we're going to be screaming for him.
Yeah, I mean, and I still do believe there is a scenario where he starts game one. I tend to think it would have to be injury related. But I think a combination, let's say that they have a plan to play Dalton in the preseason. Dalton gets a little dinged up, doesn't get as much reps. Fields get those reps, and it's just killing it. Like, it's just undeniable. I mean, they're gonna have a fucking hard ass time.
It's gonna be undeniable. Like 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be unfreaking deniable.
Well,
yeah, I mean, and that's what's.
Like I said, he wants to take his time, make sure Fields learns. And it may be faster, it may be sooner rather than later. But, think about the camp reports. We don't get a lot of negative on Dalton. You don't get a lot of negative.
Dalton's playing well.
Yeah. I think from years past, the QB room as a whole is way better.
Oh, yeah.
Than it's been.
This is the most talented three quarterbacks the Bears have ever had together. They've never had this level of quarterback talent.
Chase Daniels,
three. You know what I'm saying? No. Like the only thing it's like what was with fucking Harbaugh and Tom Zach.
Tom Zach, yeah.
Like, I mean, what fucking greasy and Grossman.
The way this league is, like Nagy's actually setting fools up to be able to eat without doing much work for the next probably 10 years of his career. These dudes that just like are good mentors. Like, look at Chase Daniel.
He's gonna be the Ryan Fitzpatrick, Chase Daniel. These dudes. I mean, that's what Mitch Trubisky's trying to be. Like, hang around.
That's what Andy Dalton's trying to be with the beard. He's trying to get that Fitz.
Oh, for sure. He's getting his fucking Fitzpatrick shit going on. Absolutely. Like, and why not? It's smart. Like, you fucking. Can you imagine being a backup quarterback making like $10 million a year to do jack shit? That'd be great.
I'll take
that. The greatest fucking gig ever. And then you come in, and if you lose, nobody blames you, and if you win, you're the fucking hero of everything. Like, it's no pressure. Like, it's fucking amazing. But some people can't do it. Jay Cutler couldn't do it. Jay Cutler admitted he can't do that. He admitted that he's basically too much of a dick and too selfish to mentor somebody and to be a backup. He's fuck that.
Welcome back to Twitter, by the way, Jay.
Yeah, Jay is on Twitter for fucking because they're cutting him. They're like gonna kick him off of Instagram. I don't know why. I think it's because he's probably not following the rules with selling that fucking meat or something. Pause.
Yeah, there's people already like lining up for him, man.
Yeah, Jay, of course. I mean, I want to see his follower count. It was like 6,900.
It's up
a couple hours ago.
25,000 now.
Oh my god, it's got to be just flying. Like that's got to be the craziest.
Out, boys.
That's got to be the craziest feeling, like to fucking just like have the followers just piling up like that.
You love him, you hate him. You know what I mean? Like He's like that abusive ex that like it's the best.
31K, bro. In like 2 hours, he jumped from like 6,000 to like 31,500.
Watch it be a burner. That would be hilarious.
Jay Cutler, how do I get a blue check? Do I want one? Also, how do you post pics? This app has so many buttons.
That's your Jay Twitter recap.
Jay, bro. Like, what the fuck? Jay's on Twitter. Is Jay gonna live tweet the games? That would be amazing.
Justin Fields, 294,000
followers.
Yeah,
that's lower than I thought, to be honest.
That's Ohio State.
Give it a couple weeks.
He's now getting Chicago.
I'm just saying, I thought he'd be over half a million.
What's IU's quarterback's name, Jared? I'll look him up on Twitter. He probably got like 5.
Michael Penix Jr.
The
look
big
it up,
Penix.
pal.
But like, you look at let's see, Russell Wilson, who like, can everybody on Bears Twitter fucking breaking their own arms, patting themselves on the back for also calling out the fact that he reminds them of Russell Wilson? Because that was the other thing that Jimmy Graham said, was that he fucking was like, oh yeah, it reminds me of Russell Wilson.
Were me and Jared saying that? January,
bro. It's so like, it's of course he fucking does.
Jimmy
like
Graham.
You don't fucking like, you get no fucking gold star next to your name for that analysis.
We said it better though, because he's a bigger, stronger, faster Russell Wilson.
Yes,
he throws a similar deep ball too. But anyway,
Russell Wilson has 5.5.
He doesn't need as much time as Russ because he's tall enough to seal it.
Right. He's Russ without the flaws. All those things are flaws in Russ's game. Russ is short. Russ he doesn't have that top end speed.
He got a Super Bowl ring. Chill.
The defense won him that Super Bowl.
The defense was pretty nasty, dude.
And he lost them a second Super Bowl.
Well,
okay, Pete Carroll should have run the ball, but still, like, he fucking threw it.
He threw right to the middle. Like,
yes, like, make a play.
Right.
Don't just, it's like, okay, that's the play that was called. Like, don't just throw it right to the fucking guy. Like, come on. So, yeah, but, like, come on, Bears Twitter, be better, bro. Like, everybody's like, oh, I told you he was like Russell Wilson. It's like, no shit, come on, man. Bro. Like,
I'm kind of like, it's just getting so obvious. It's like, who's the biggest Bears fan contest of every fucking day.
Yeah, like, seriously. Oh, we told you about that 3 months ago. Okay, great. So fucking what?
Yeah, like people grilling in their Bears aprons. Like, it's just like, look at me.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with grilling. What I'm saying is it's just a contest.
Hey, this is a tailgate show, and you're gonna bitch at people for grilling in their Bears apron.
No. I'm just saying the thirst to be like the number one fan in the universe. Like,
yeah, well, that's what it is. It's a fucking performance. We're doing a social media performance right fucking now. So like, I'm not above it. I'm just saying, like, some of y'all need to pump the brakes on the
talking Bears, though. It's not.
No, I agree, but like, there's a certain aspect of performance to all of it. Like, my point is that, like, you don't have to be like,
I'll try to
on this. Everybody else was. I just feel like that you don't have to be on this. Everybody else was wrong and we were right. You should listen to us and not them bullshit. Like, you're stupid. Like
it's obvious shit though. Like, Khalil Mack's gonna be good,
right? I told y'all Khalil Mack was the truth. Oh, really? You fucking told us, huh? You were the one. Everybody else was like, no, he's not. And you were on an island, like, planting your Khalil Mack flag. Fuck out of here. Like, I mean, come on. It's like, I told you.
One thing that I worry about with Justin is he didn't have a lot of passes tipped at the line.
He what?
I noticed that he had some passes tipped at the line on some of the college tape I watched. That's something that he'll have to be cognizant of.
But you know why, though, that happens in camp? Is because these guys know that they can't push.
No, I mean, in college, too. In college,
he did have a lot of really?
He had a few.
Right, But how do you have such an insanely high completion percentage if you're getting all these balls batted down?
Well, if we had
No, I'm not.
JR wouldn't be picking them apart like this. You know the deal.
All I'm saying is that in camp you get more.
Whatever.
In camp you get more.
I watched more.
Go ahead.
I'm messing with you, JR. I'm messing with you.
Good.
Yeah, Jared's probably watched a lot more college football than we have, but it's terrible college
Ohio
football.
State. That's what we get.
Right, but check it out.
Whore mouth. Shut your whore mouth about my Hoosiers.
Oh my god! What do the Hoosiers ever do for you, bro? You go there, you get a degree from there. That's your fucking.
Gave Ohio State a hell of a run. We had 5 games in, and that was their first game back.
Yeah. Fucking gave them a run. Shit. Give them a run. Give them a run.
Didn't lose by 40 in a playoff to them, though, did we?
Tough.
Did you get to a playoff?
It's the Notre Dame choke job every time.
Yeah, right.
Although they did play Alabama tough last year.
I don't understand IU fans taking shots at Notre Dame fans. It's like,
well, we're gonna have it figured out.
It's like White Sox fans trying to take shots at Red Sox fans.
This is Iowa. Nobody. I just take shots at Red Sox fans from all sides.
You were called a Cubs fan today, and I about died.
That dude, I don't get it. Like he's mad at me he's like sad because fucking Javi Baez is Javi Baez, and like so far Javi Baez has done nothing but strike out and get hurt. And it's like, yeah, that's why the Cubs traded him. Like, great player when he's healthy and when he's doing what he can do, but most of the time he doesn't do that shit.
Right.
So he's crying about that. As I was just like, oh, will he be able to strike out from the injured list? Like, because he literally struck out 13 times in 34 at bats.
And that's baseball talk.
Yeah. Just saying. You know. Man. I don't know. I was supposed to go to camp tomorrow, but there's a storm and the shit. Something happened at Hallis, and there's something messed up on the fucking up at the facility. So there's a chance I might go on Wednesday, which would be cool, but only if they get shit figured out. It's supposed to be closed. It's only private, so the tickets that they gave out are just for season ticket holders. But I gotta hook up. So yeah. Which is cool because I got fucking
not feeling so hot.
Yeah, hell yeah! I only got one. I only got one ticket, but yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so hopefully I can fucking go on Wednesday. Check the scene.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out how you
Wednesday?
that.
My source shall remain nameless on the air.
Right on.
Wait, no, they gave you Wednesday.
Well, no, I'll be able to get Wednesday if Wednesday happens.
Oh, I thought Wednesday was joints. They weren't letting people in.
It is. They're letting the season ticket holder passes in.
VIP.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's close to the general public, but it is open to season ticket holders, and I was able to acquire a pass.
Nice.
So. Yeah, that's what Tuesday. That's what tomorrow would have been, but
damn,
something wrong with the fucking. But yeah, if I get to see the joint practice, that'd be crazy. So I'm hoping that shit gets figured out. It's been pouring here, but there was like a tornado watch.
Yeah, you guys are in some shitty weather, and it's gonna be a shitty pattern there for a couple of days.
Yeah, so hopefully shit'll fucking go off because it'd be cool to go see him on Wednesday.
I'm hoping it doesn't come this way because I'm going on vacation Monday. So
weren't you just on vacation?
For like he's on vacation from his vacation.
Not even.
It was just like a weekend trip, right?
Going on a little, we're going on a little 3-day like beach vacation. Up north.
Where are you going?
Gotta get it in before school starts. If you're doing it,
we're going up to York, Maine. So
nice.
Right on the beach. Yep.
Get some lobsters.
Well, there's good.
Watch the socks.
Kids have a blast. Good waves.
Do some boogie boarding. We're in a cabin up in the woods and.
No, hotel right across from the beach. It's perfect.
A hotel right across from the beach. We'll have some Sam Adams lager.
Nobody talks like that up there, but
I know.
This is like right into Middle, the New Hampshire border. This isn't like up in Bangor. I barely know her.
Do you guys watch any of the Olympics this year?
No, not really.
Like
I watched the
Canada,
second half of the gold medal game. I watched fucking U.S. almost fuck it up. Luckily, Rudy Gobert can't hit free throws.
Yeah, this isn't up near the Canadian border. This is like 2.5 hours from me. It's like just into Maine. It's not like,
Yo, there's some people that talk like that out there. Not all of them, but I guarantee
more
you
north. The more north you go,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
no, that's cool.
It's like clear the bay.
Enjoy. You gotta get that from here.
Yeah, exactly.
As the crow flies. It's like some kind of weird fucking Charles Dickens shit going on up there. It's like you could definitely see like dudes walking around wearing wigs and shit when you're up there.
I haven't seen any of that.
No, but I'm saying like you can imagine it like some fucking colonial times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like you can easily imagine that shit. Like it's just that shit. That like place out there is like stuck in time, like almost like Mystic Seaport shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like life has not changed.
Just got a membership there. Actually, it was like $99 for 13 months. I'm like, yep, that's cool.
That's cheap as hell.
Which is nice to go for a walk there once in a while, right on the water. But yeah, man.
I mean, you probably spend $20 to park.
Exactly. Well, yeah, you don't, but yeah, I get what
you're
saying.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if you didn't have the membership, wouldn't you fucking spend a bunch of money to park?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember that you had to feed a meter or something. I haven't been to there since I was a
not
kid.
Anymore. It might have been like that back in the day. But yeah, so even that little beach town in Maine's pretty just like a throwback. Just like cool old New England beach town. So it's gonna be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. Enough about me.
That's fun.
Now what do you think?
Enough about me. What do you think about me? Exactly. I just, we just need more. We need more Justin content, more Justin Fields
content.
We're
going to get it Saturday.
Like, yes, motherfucker is going to be out there playing a damn game.
God, I'm nervous about it.
I'm excitedly nervous for sure.
It's like, what if he's great? And then it's like, yes, it's awesome. It's like, but what if he sucks? Like, oh, fuck. I don't think that's possible, but
I can't even imagine him sucking. Like it doesn't even the only thing I'm afraid. My biggest fear is just injury. Like I'm not worried about. I really don't worry about him sucking. Like I feel like he's gonna be good.
Right on.
Like I don't know. It's just like I feel like he's good. Like it's not like he's gonna be good. He's already good.
Yeah,
he's just gonna be him.
He's talented enough to still be successful if Nagy screws it up.
Like, and I know and I know there's a lot more to it than just being talented. But like when Nagy was talking about Michael Vick, because they were asking him like, "Who have you ever seen
slide?"
Yeah, I thought that was good. I don't love a lot of what Nagy says. I thought that was interesting content. They basically said that Vic couldn't slide, and Justin knows how to slide. And he didn't mention it, but I'm sure it's partially from his baseball background. And, he mentioned how Mitch had gotten hurt sliding, and he mentioned how Michael Vick didn't know how to slide, and they are trying to teach him how to slide with a fucking slip and slide. Like,
nice.
Michael fucking Vick. But he was comparing, the reason is because they asked him, like, well, who have you ever seen that's this electric running the ball, quarterback-wise? And he's like, I saw Michael Vick fucking, front and center.
Well, that was
and
older
that's what
Michael Vick, too.
Yeah, that was like Blur Michael Vick.
Yeah.
These kids don't know about Michael Vick. There's not even enough. There's not enough highlights.
Yeah.
Like these kids don't know about and fucking Atlanta Falcons Michael Vick, dude. Like
who let the dogs out?
Dude was a blur.
Yeah, he was like MJ was so far ahead of everybody athletically in his time. Like that was Vic too.
Yeah. He was like the fastest player on the field.
Yeah, like linebackers had to take steroids to keep up with him.
I liked him at Virginia Tech coming out too. That was good.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, linebackers had to change their body. Like, the position changed their body type almost. Like you had to be different.
I'm surprised that Marcus Vick never turned in anything. He was pretty fucking talented too. Like, but the league kind of went away from that style of player. You know.
Yeah.
But athleticism, he was ahead of his time.
Here's a question: if they trade Foles, would you throw RG3 on the roster just for shits and giggles? I say why not?
Why not?
Did Jamie Newman end up anywhere?
I think no. I think Jamie Newman's on the street.
I would take him in as a practice squad guy just to develop him in the background.
But wouldn't it be dope to have RG3 around? Like I think RG3 has a lot of good shit to tell Justin. Like I think he's yeah, exactly.
Then why are we doing this? No. I don't know. No. I'm just saying, not us, but like this is a whole like Nagy needed a mentor when he first got here, and then Mitch needed 3 mentors, and then it's just like if
I don't know. I mean, you know how it is. They're trying to pad the fucking crib. They're trying to fucking make it.
I don't want a bunch of voices in this kid's head, man. Just like let him focus on just learning the couple things he needs to learn.
But I think like he is focused. Like the thing about his focus, and
he doesn't need some father like figure on the field, bro. This kid's wired different.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need that. And here's the thing that's different about his energy. You know, having like, and I'm not saying I saw him live, but you just get this vibe from him that he is so confident, and there's no cockiness like or dickishness about it. No. But he is like he's so confident. He just exudes. Like he exudes pure confidence, but he still has joy. That's what's crazy about him is he's not a fucking asshole like robot, you know, or like a psychotic like thinker like Peyton Manning, like or like a evil taskmaster like Brady. He's like the fun, swaggy, super confident, like insanely talented dude that everybody wants to pull for. You know,
I mean, you keep talking about like that. I'm about to pull for him.
But yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, we're just ready. We're fucking ready to see him. It's about to happen. Like it doesn't feel real. It didn't feel real when I saw him the other day. Like honestly, like it just was like that's really fucking him. You know, and everybody in the stadium was having the same experience. Like they were just like, holy fuck, there he is. I would love to be
there, man. Yeah.
Like it was weird. Like, and it was weird to be back there. I'm not
blaming him, but this is the guy I've wanted the whole fucking time. I'm just like so stoked that they actually got it done.
Yeah. So
should I put a tweet out that I wanted him the whole time?
Yeah, let everybody know that we told you about Fields. Nobody ever told you about Fields until we did.
You put out a fucking You put out a goddamn press release right now.
Yes, a press release. The Tailgate Show would like to let you know that we were first on Justin Fields. We saw him play in Georgia.
And all 10 listeners will back us up. So what you got?
It's like these dudes are trying to act like they discovered somebody who was literally already been on television shows. Like stop it. You're not like some underground area scout, bro. You're watching the same Twitter we are. Stop it. The fuck? You have no sources. Cut the shit. Cut the bullshit. I discovered
air.
Huh?
I discovered oxygen.
Yeah, it's like
it's in the air.
Right. It's like somebody puts up a picture of a sandwich and they're like, "Yo, I told you about bread like 6 months ago. Bread's fire, dog. Why don't you listen to me? Why don't you listen to what I fucking say? You don't know about bread. I told you about bread." It's like, bro, what?
You know who you are about to find out? A Diddy special. You're about to find out about Darrell Henderson this season.
Fuck the Rams, bro.
And Najee Harris.
Okay, man.
Man, Najee didn't look all that great. That offensive line's got issues, bro.
Yeah, their O-line's a problem in the Steelers. I think Henderson's gonna be good. I mean, shit, CJ Anderson fucking tore it up from McVay. So you're right that Henderson's gonna have a good year. So you're not wrong.
I like to back.
And we're gonna have to do pretty soon. We're gonna need to do our fucking stupid prediction season preview shit, you know, where we make stupid predictions, right?
You guys,
why not? Everybody else doing that.
You guys want to go Sunday or Monday? Because I can't do Monday. So, but not like you can't do it without me.
Either
We'll
one.
figure it out.
Either one.
We'll leave everybody in suspense.
All right.
I mean, Sunday could work for me.
All right, cool. Do a little
Sunday night.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving a shit if you do about this show. If you don't, whatever. Or if you give a shit because you don't like us, thank you so much. It helps.
I'm getting a little creeped out by
really
Jared
does.
just staring at me the whole fucking show.
Yeah, Jared.
Sorry, man.
Jared, yeah.
You could hear me the whole show, though, right?
That's true. That's all we want.
That's the fucking goal, boys and girls.
Like, Jared, I would like to
can't
thank
do this
you
Thursday
for-
nights though. Just talking to your picture, like.
Sure, you can. You do it every other night.
Yeah.
Kitty's got the Wolverine picture, but it's Jared.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys remember like way back in the day when we used to like freaking edit the shit? I put a picture of freaking Jer with like holding gold records, like no shirt on. I just put his face on it.
Yeah. Bro, these kids don't understand the fucking veteran soldiers to this shit we are. Like, we're fucking doing this Twitter shit like
I've got a lot friendlier in my old age on Twitter.
Yeah, like me too. This motherfucker is calling me a troll. Like, bro, you don't know. I'm like, this light work. It's fucking light work. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
they don't want us coming back like we used to.
No. Don't want that smoke. Fuck out of here.
Nice.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for jumping in the chat for like 10 minutes, and then you guys all bailed. Fucking losers. They're like, blah, blah, blah. We didn't react to their shit. They're like, you fucking, you come into a chat on a podcast and it just started. Let me kick some podcast chat etiquette. If you're going to hang out, you got to wait a bit and see what the fuck we're talking about before you start. And then if you're going to like fucking throw shit in there, and not just assume that we're just going to like take your chat and change the whole show on it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, stick around. That's all I'm saying. Come back, even though I just trashed you, but come back and stick around longer.
Sit down, relax, and let the sugar love flow.
Hey. So hopefully next time we see y'all, we've just seen Justin Fields go off in a preseason game. And I have been to camp, hopefully, and I've seen a practice. That'd be dope. And Diddy has eaten his weight in lobsters. And then we'll see y'all next time. It's just another episode of The Tailgate Show.
The Bears.
The game week.
Oh, prep it out. I'll prep it out.